Yeah. There's my daddy on his Suzuki motorcycle. Was 82 last month. Gets a lot of enjoyment out of riding that motorcycle.
October the 27th, a big part of my life around Mount Com and moved to Prairie Hill. Spent the rest of the time there. We'll take a ride now.
You didn't tell me your full name and all that, and your daddy's name.
My daddy's name was William Bascom Bass, and my name is William Nolan Bass, and the one making the picture here now is William Gerald Bass.
Okay.
This is a 1958 Ford pickup. This is the last one that came into March that year. I managed to get home with it. Keep it. Now, Jerry's got it. Just kept it up. It's still a nice pickup. Got quite a few miles on it. The big fast on this other there and ride fast. Let him keep it a while. Probably wouldn't last forever.
Okay.
I was born in Mount Com, Texas in 1912. My name is William Nolan Bass. I lived most of life up around Mount Com and went to school. My first school was at TK down toward Axtell. Moved back close to Mount Com and went to Dabney, to Claverdale. A year or two there, then moved to Prairie Hill and spent the rest of my school years at Prairie Hill. Lived around Prairie Hill.
When did you graduate from high school?
I graduated from Prairie Hill in 1933.
You played basketball there?
Yeah, I played basketball. We won our year or two, my last 2 years in school, and went to district plays. Almost won those. And I played basketball with some guys that was already out of high school. We won the tournaments in Waco and went to Dallas, lost out up there.
Take your hat off.
So, married Kathleen Golding in 1942, and we moved to the place where I live now. And she passed away in August this year, 94. I farmed and did odd jobs, like delivered papers. I did that for 57 years. Tribune Herald of Waco. Now I'm just fiddling around.
Tell about your brothers and sisters.
I have 3 brothers and 3 sisters. My older brother was Otis. The next brother was Jack. And the sisters Delphi, Betty, and Ella Joe. And Bob is the youngest brother. Betty has passed away, so my parents are gone, so my brother, 2 sisters are all that's left of us now. I've already passed 83 on it, so I got a little ways yet to go. Hope.
Tell them about you riding motorcycles and stuff.
I've always been crazy about bicycles and motorcycles. Rode a motorcycle lots of miles. My brother friend and I went to Old Mexico on one. Went over in Nuevo Laredo. About a 1,500 miles trip. 3 of us on the motorcycle.
Kind of motorcycle?
26 model Harley Davidson 61 cubic inch.
Didn't you start off with a sidecar?
I had a sidecar, okay, but the tire wasn't good enough to use it, so we just parked it and just rode it without a sidecar.
All 3 of you?
3 of us started the Hubbard one night, and it had a flat and had to take it off of the motorcycle, and all 3 of us loaded on the Hubbard.
Didn't all 3 of you ride it to Mexico?
Yeah, so I said to Jack, Julie, and all 3 of us loaded to Mexico. But we didn't have a sidecar on it. We just, all 3 of us got on the motorcycle.
How much money did you spend on that trip?
We had $5 each, and we put that in the pot, and that's what we spent. Whatever we bought, we spent out $15. When we got back home, we had around $5 of it left. Buying gas, oil, and what we ate, used souvenirs, some pictures. Slept out on the field every night out in somebody's field. Had a hard time finding a place to wait for people when we got down close to Mexico because there was Spanish people in every little hut they could get into.
Well, what about your was that Model T Roadster your first car?
First, yeah, my Model T Ford, that was the first one I ever had was a Model T Ford, and I had 2 or 3 after that, and I got a 32 Chevrolet and Model A Ford.
What about the Roadster you painted green?
The best one I had was a 26 Roadster. I restored it, put wire wheels on it, painted green, trimmed with silver. It was a really good one. But we were around one cold morning, let it freeze up and burst it. I got discouraged with it, got rid of it. 1940, I managed to get hold of a 36 Ford Coupe. I kept that for 2 years. Just kind of worked on it up. Just went along.
Isn't that the one y'all had the wreck in?
Yeah, we got a bad wreck in the 36 Ford.
Just a couple of days after you got married?
I got married on the 4th of July and then had this bad wreck on the 6th of July. Knocked me out. Sister came to in the hospital. I wasn't disabled much, so I crept around for a little while. I got over that. In 1941, I got mad at the horse we had, main horse we had, and I was going to run him up the road and back. And when I rode a little ways, and I thought I was going straight up the road, and he had his mind that he was going to go out into the field there. So when he went out in the field, I went off over near the light pole with my chin, busted my chin out.
They knock you out?
No, it did knock me out. I got up and walked back toward the house. My dad carried me to the hospital, and I spent about 3 days there. They were wiring my teeth together. I had to go that way for a couple of months. All I could eat was something I could swallow through a straw.
But you never been in the hospital except then, and then when you had the operation last year?
I had surgery last year. It was 2 times, the only times I've ever been in the hospital.
Did you ever pick any corn with a corn picker?
I've done custom farm work with corn pickers, cotton strippers, all over the country around here. So for a while I filled everybody's corn. But we once didn't have a way to haul it off, we'd haul it off for them. Kathleen hauled off while I filled it. Jerry got where he could help with it too. We filled a lot of corn.
Your great granddaddy came here from Alabama?
dad came from Alabama, moved this into Hill County, and I don't know what year it was, but they moved in a wagon.
1901, I think.
1901, they came to that, to Outcome. That's where he lived for a long time. He lived around Billington some. His daddy, my granddaddy, had a store at Billington. He was a dentist, doctor, just about whatever had to be done there. But got up at night a lot and waited on people. Took pneumonia and died there. What year it was?
I think it was 1903.
1903.
How old was Grandpa when they came to Texas?
I don't really know. He's probably in his teens.
Where did you meet Mama?
She worked at Woolworth in Waco, and Betty worked there. And she showed, got a link in my picture, and she wanted to meet me, so I said, "I'll we met up."
And y'all had double wedding?
Double wedding, Betty Doll,
And how much do you pay for this motorcycle you got now?
$15. It's a 80 model Suzuki 550 GS. I've got where to run. I don't get too fast on it. It goes too fast for me. It's a little heavy too. But I still like to ride it. I've had several motorcycles from a little Pete Popper on up. For our pastime for several years, my brother and I played some music. He played the guitar and I played the fiddle. We played a lot at night. Always liked the fiddle.
Didn't you buy one from Ward's? They got burned at my house or something?
I ordered my first one from Uncle Ward. The thing cost about $5. I put in business.